guys, welcome to today's episode of Spice and Nice.
I am in the Spice.
And I'm Denise the Nice. And today we're going to talk about me primarily.
Yeah.
As a people pleaser when Anne first knew me.
Yeah.
I think I came up with this topic because I used to be a severe people pleaser.
What is severe people
Severe
pleaser?
means very people pleaser.
Okay, let's Denise share about what did she recognize that about herself. Awareness is the key to success.
Oh yes, awareness is the key to no, consistency is the key to success.
Oh yeah, sorry. But awareness
It's the first step.
First step, yeah.
Yeah, then after that you need consistency.
Yeah.
So when did I first realize I was people pleaser? When I started feeling okay, I don't know whether you all have this habit, but I do. Sometimes there are certain conversations where you feel that you can do better, or certain areas in your life where you feel like you needed to hold your boundary and you did not, where I did not. What I do when I went back home was to have conversations with myself. I will replay the conversations that I had, but I will be a firmer version of myself in that conversation. Does it make sense to you? That means I replay the conversation, I have the conversation again, but I say what I really want to say versus what I actually said in that situation.
I see.
Yeah, so I kind of like replay in my head and then I say what I actually wanted to say, but I did not say because I was a people pleaser. But I did not say it. I keep it to myself and then I go home and I replay the conversation and I say this thing out to vent out the emotion that I had. And I started having more and more of these conversations with myself. Then I realized that something is not right because I'm having more and more of these conversations, which I wish I had. Which I wish I had the guts to say this to this person's face, and it became more and more frequent. And I think because when I am not able to express myself fully, there's a lot of emotions outside. And then after that, it will come out as frustration. When I deal with people that I love, or I deal with stressful situations, it comes out. And it comes out unknowingly and it ends up hurting the people around me. So it happened more and more often and I was like, something is not right. And then of course I met Anne. That time I was less of a people pleaser. But still have a bit.
No, I don't remember when you meet me you were people pleaser. That's why I'm so curious because I don't see Denise in that, you see. That's why now I'm like, any chance wait, when you're with me to now, I don't think I witnessed you
Now
with people
no
pleaser.
more already.
Do you have any like time you feel like you're people pleaser now for the last few years we know each other? Because I don't see it. Maybe she have other part of her life, but in our the friendship, I don't.
Friendship with you, no. But sometimes I feel okay because people pleaser is a term that's been thrown around quite often. But there's a line you still need certain in certain social situations, I still need to behave in a certain way. You cannot go in the for example, you cannot go in the public in Singapore and just start taking off your clothes, you will be arrested.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you feel like it, you should not do it.
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't do it, it's not you are not a people pleaser. It's people pleaser for me, my definition is at the risk of I know I have boundaries here. At the risk of my own mental health, my own mental emotional well-being, I do not hold those boundaries because I am scared of conflict, because I don't want to hurt the other person. This is my definition of the people pleaser. And I realize I don't know. Is it okay? I read a few psychological, not study, but I read a few because I'm the first child. And they say a lot of first children are people pleasers.
Correct. Yeah.
Because since we are young, since we are young, we are alone and
we have to please
alone.
our parents.
Yes,
which
correct.
is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So we end up becoming people pleasers because we are so in tune with other people's feelings and emotions and their moods that we are always looking out for like, hey, am I doing this right? So whenever we do something, we look, oh, is the approval coming from the parents? Because even in psychology, I'm sure you study this also, it is in human character, it's in our psychology to naturally want approval from the parents.
Correct.
Yeah, so I was the first child And obviously, I was the only child for 3 years because my sister is 3 years younger than me. And this is, I attribute part of my people pleasing tendencies to that, to the fact that I'm the first child.
Yeah.
So I'm always very, okay, sometimes, okay, this one, I don't know whether maybe you are the same. I'm sure you are not the same. But sometimes when I get on the train, right, if there's a lot of people, within maybe 3 MRT stops, maybe 15 minutes or so, I get very tired. My energy is all gone because even if I don't consciously do it, subconsciously my subconsciously I am picking up on all the moods of all the people in the train. So the more people in the train, the more I'm working subconsciously to pick up the moods. Oh, this is okay, this area is okay, this I think quarreling, this one a bit weird, or this one maybe drunk, constantly it's like that. That thing is going on. So I think that's part of where the people pleasing come. Because for me, if somebody is at a emotional state where it's not stable, it means this person is a potential threat to me, right? And so my brain suddenly goes to alert. Maybe this person is potential, even if logically I know it's not. By physiologically, physically, I have a reaction, and I don't even know why until maybe about 1 or 2 months ago, I was telling Mocha, I say, can we go to a carriage that has less people? It's a big deal for me, but of course it's not a big deal for me. And then after we had this conversation, after I tell him that, I asked myself, why is such a big deal for me? Because he asked me, it's just a few more people, why do we have to walk so far down the platform? Then I started to explain, and as I explained, I started to get clarity and become aware that, oh, this is the reason why it matters so much to me, because it makes me feel very tired if there's a lot of people. Yeah, maybe people pleasing. Yes, last time I always say, I say yes to things that I don't want to do, especially if I perceive that somebody as of a higher status or higher power. Yeah, and then after that, mm, I because there's a lot of emotion stuck, then I become meaner to those that I perceive as lower to me. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Because the emotion transfer from you to here. Then now,
I get what you mean
mm,
now, because I think the only difference between me and Denise is we are both first child, right? But why I don't have a people pleasing part, because I please people enough when I was a kid, and because I become abandoned, that I realize that people is not important, right? So it did affect the difference, because your parents love you, right? So the difference is my parents is not care of me.
my
So
parents
it
take
did.
good care of me.
So because they take good care of you so much, it's so much expectation moving toward you that you don't want them to disappoint.
Yeah.
And that's also built back to, like you say, people pleaser, right? But for me, even I want to please nobody for please, right? I become a hatred toward life or people in the past. So now I can see the difference, that even we are both first child, right? It still depend on how much love that you have based on the childhood. And the love Denise have is like, of course, too much from her parent. Come with expectation,
Every
Asian
parent
parent.
is the same. I would say.
Yeah, the expectation is the one that killing the parent daily, actually, and indirectly killing the children emotionally. For me, my personal experience. Yeah, but for me, I don't find the observe uh, energy from people is something, have a good and bad. Okay, what Denise say is it drain her energy, but the good side, right? When I work with Denise, I find very comfortable and quick, because I don't have to explain to her
Yes.
too long of how the event will go, how my day will go, what's going on, what's the morning to night, or like what a whole week, what I'm doing. It's like you cut short the conversation, because the unspoken thing you can understand real quick, right? So I think that is the positive side
Yes, it's
of
a plus and minus.
the plus of understand the situation well. Did not mean that I don't feel how people feel the day. Okay, don't get me wrong. I feel it, but I don't give a damn, right?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn in terms of I give a damn about people that I care. I will care that how the next day is, But I don't care about how the whole train people there is, it's
because they are not part of your life.
correct.
But somehow it's not something I can control.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
It's not something I can control. But like you say, so the good thing about a people pleaser, or rather an ex people pleaser, as a people pleaser, you will become so in tune with other people's moods, like what you say. You catch on very quickly,
Yeah.
and also it helps with social skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really. I think that was a large part of where my social skills came from, because I pick up very quickly on people's moods, so I know
Yeah.
like this person I can say this kind of things to. This person is a bit more fun, so I can be a bit more fun as well and all that. So that's where it came from. When you first met me, do you think I was a people pleaser?
I think you're fun, and this is something I like to bring it up as a positive side, because Denise very open minded. Like, she very open with things that and to do this job, right, you have to be okay with idea, you have to okay with fail. I'm very structured already. I don't need a second person that super structures. Doesn't did not mean structures is wrong. I just say I find all the organization have this problem. Like if two-person have a different structures, they become a disaster.
Mm,
Right? Like one person should be so organized, and so one person should be
so follow.
flexible enough to
Mm,
okay with the idea, and
yes.
let's go together as a team. Like she have her strength, definitely. Her strength is different from my strength, and I appreciate the strength she have, and I'm very aware of it. I need a teamwork, but I also don't want a next person that give me more problem, like
Mm,
burden or explain more about what I'm
mm,
doing, right? So
mm,
so I don't think is in terms of friendship or partnership or working together, you are burden for me, or you are my you call people pleaser. But at the observe outside, I don't think the need, because I think I observe from other people.
yeah. How do you define a people? Like, what is the vibe you get
I
when
have
you?
I have one. And
I used to be like that. You
I have
see,
many in my team, right?
I
I
used to be
realize
like that.
that when you motivate these people, they will try to talk something else. For example, when my team come to me and say, "Oh, my mom and my dad say this," I
Mm-hmm,
say, "Yeah,
mm-hmm,
but you don't live with your mom and dad forever.
mm-hmm,
It sounds like I separate you from your mom and your dad, but tomorrow you need to feed them. You have to work hard to find your career." I say, "Yeah, but even I like this career, and even I know I'm good with this. But if I do it, my mom and my dad will so upset with me, right?" So when you
mm,
give them solution, they still come back with a problem.
mm,
The problem is their parent or their mother or their father or their wife or their husband. But the
mm,
true problem is they themselves allow all these people to treat them that way.
mm,
Right? But when you give them solution, they don't want to take that solution. They go back to the problem again. Even in different form of the sentence, they go back to that. So that's
mm,
how I view at outsider people. So I normally in all these situations, I just when you're ready, ready. You're not
mm,
ready, you don't get it, you don't get it, right? Like
mm,
we go to the class, we see so many people break through. We know what is that about. People ready, they were ready.
mm,
People not ready, no matter how hard you try,
mm,
they will just focus on the problem.
mm,
They will not get the solution.
mm,
And I don't when I see all that people, right, I know it sound like I'm leave them or I don't take care of them or I don't have time for all that. But
mm,
the truth is I care a big picture. It mean I do the work for a public.
mm,
If the people ready, they will step forward. People not ready, they will step behind.
mm,
I cannot go and one by one and pull hand people in. Right? So that's the different. Like when I see people with people pleaser, I like okay when they ready to, they
mm,
done enough. The people step all over them, then they will decide.
mm. I think
Right?
it's quite hard to. I think it's harder. Most of us, it's harder. The closer the person is to us, the harder it is to say no
Mm,
or to hold our boundary. I think my breakthrough came when I was in secondary school,
mm,
and then I entered the rebellious stage,
mm,
right? And then I there was this because I was so much under the control. I'm not saying my mom is a control freak because she's a very structured person, but I am not.
Yeah.
So I follow her structure, right? And then it's good for my studies, frankly. Like morning you do this, and afternoon you do. But there's a lot of emotions that stack inside that we as Asian family, most Asian families, we don't talk about. You just follow what is the plan for you. I don't need to listen to your excuses or your emotions. Is that part is not taken care of. But the structure is actually good for you as a person to improve. Okay, but there's a lot of resentment and etc. etc. You go and read psychology, sure have a lot. There's a lot of studies about it. And I came to a point in secondary school where I basically the all the emotions that is stuck inside the dam broke like that. And then I like overnight I turned to this super rebellious monster, teenage monster. And then after that, it
How
got.
old was it?
She's thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm generally because I'm generally like I said I have people pleasing tendency. So my rebellion came. I think when I was in secondary 3 or 4. So that is when I don't really remember, but I have to ask my mom for or dad for the
And Denise will ask you what they wish you would turn to.
I don't know. But we evolve like Pokemon, we evolve differently. I have 2 tail, maybe she has 3 or 1, you don't
Oh
never
my
know.
god. And
I
when she
have to
turned, can you
ask.
just take over?
As she it will be tough lah, she won't need a friend. She will need an adult friend. So anyway, my parents, it got so bad that I decided to run away from home in the middle of the night, which I have never ever done. Imagine let me give you some context what kind of student I am. I'm those kind every day I go to school, then I go to my CCA or my remedial class or tuition, whatever, and then straight away I come home. I have no time to spend with my uh, classmates or my friends. The
Sound
only
like a
time
good student.
I'm a very very good student. I wouldn't say straight A's, but last time we have bands lah, so it's my marks is always 85 and above. Oh, I'm a straight band one student. Okay, and because of this, I have no, and I realized, okay, this is another story, but anyway, I had no time to build my social skills because I was not just with my family, right? My family, I don't need social skills. It's just family, me, that's it. So it became to the point where I was jealous and upset why my friends can go out with their friends, but I cannot. I have to stay at home. The only time I ever see my classmates outside of school was for project work. So I was socially very awkward, which made it very difficult to make friends, which made me even more of a people pleaser. And then it's just like a cycle that goes on until one time it came, and so this is the context of how I am, and then suddenly one day I decided to run away from home. So imagine as a parent, you must be so shocked, right?
Yeah.
As this student, then suddenly one day she said she want to run away from home, and then I went out for the night, and then after that, the next morning when my parents realized I'm not around, it was of course chaos, disaster. Mom's crying, my dad is angry, and his hair is dropping out, and everybody's like that. And then what's going on? What happened to my daughter? Why did she turn? Da, 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 da. And
Oh,
that
I
was
already
when,
prepared all that.
but that was when, but because you see, I have all these emotions that were not addressed,
Yeah.
right? That was not released, that was not addressed.
Yeah.
And that's how the dam broke, and everything just came out all of a sudden. And I had this breakdown when I was sobbing and telling my mom, "Why are you so mean to me?" Blah blah blah. All my friends have friends except for me. You know, in school I'm the only person that has no friends. And then I think it was at that moment my mom realized, oh, she needed to let go. It was at that moment that she realized, oh, she needed to let go of it because it's just been going on day after day like that, right? So she just didn't think much about it. Then I think there was a point in time when my mom realized, oh, my child is a teenager now. That's why I need to, whether I like it or not, I need to let go of her a bit. And it after then it became like a what's wrong with my phone? After that it became a more balanced situation. Don't be so hard lah, because your kid is not
No, I give her so much freedom.
yeah, she doesn't have the pent up thing.
She has to what? Look at her like that. What she doing?
I don't know, making some snack, probably
I
get
know.
the ice cream, the vanilla yogurt that tastes like ice cream.
The only The only thing that box up maybe she has is toward men. That's one I don't know how to resolve it yet.
This one.
That's something that maybe will be her problem toward men. Yeah. Maybe she will treat men like
Like trash.
ATM, like trash.
She will have to learn like her own lesson.
Yeah, that's true. You know, that's the part of her life. She'll have to learn how to accept that have a different type of man on earth. That's it. Maybe just my guess. I don't know.
Okay lah, at least not.
I don't know yet. She has a god partner. That's nice too. I know.
The god part is so different from the usual man you date.
I know.
It's the gentle kind.
Yeah, she should explore that more. That's super.
My husband is very gentle. You see, every time I see them together, which is my husband and her, I find it so fascinating because he's so gentle and she's like, da, 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 and he's like, oh, is he? That kind of energy will never come from her. Definitely not come from me. But even he's fixing the computer, he still try to engage her, and he's like, oh, is it? Then he like try to fix it. He's like, oh, then oh, tell me about this game. Oh, then try to fix the computer. That was so funny, but it was quite heartwarming to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all the love.
And also, she see all my team. You know, all the boys that I train. So.
Yeah. But your team boys are, I think they are more or less like except for the IT, more or less like a version of you. They're all like the let's go, let's go.
But they still men.
Yeah, of course. But she just see different type.
Yeah, like for how she play with me and Tina will be different, rough. But when she play with the boy, she like less rough. Because you still have that, you know, that's a DNA thing inside.
Yeah, it's a DNA. And
DNA thing.
Unless if she play with girls and she's not rough, then it should be for
No, she will play with girls, she's rough. Because I rough with her.
Yeah, so she.
I think that's the issue with her. She can't be. I try.
Can you imagine she go to school and then she thinks all her friends, all her girlfriends are so rough, and then she.
I will show you. Eva, do you want mommy to sleep with you? What do you think if I start sweet talk to you?
No, you should challenge her. Ask her how long she can keep it up for.
Yeah, I should do that.
Yeah, I tell you.
No, I did for quite a long hour, and she don't like it.
What long hours?
Like few hours, and after
few hours only.
And she will burn me down so I can scream on in her because she love it.
Yeah,
let's do it again.
You should challenge for how long you can imitate her and she still
Do
continue to be nice
Yes,
to you.
do that.
I love you so much.
Control yourself.
Control yourself. She tell you to control yourself.
I'm telling myself to control
Oh, okay, yeah, please.
I love you so
myself.
much.
It's okay. It's okay. Not even 1 minute yet. It's not even 30 seconds, Eva.
You don't know how much I love you.
But it is what I think her
See, she don't want
it's
it.
not. It's because her discomfort
Just
comes
do it.
from the unfamiliarity.
Yeah.
Because she's used to the mom being like that, right? There's a certain image she has.
Yeah.
Then suddenly the mom changed. Can you imagine if I suddenly tried to BJJ her? She would be like, what's wrong with Auntie Denise? Tap already. You have to let go.
Oh, so you like me to be soft or you like me to be like me?
Okay. Like
Here.
around like here.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, not too
Not
much.
too
Like,
much.
ah, yeah.
Yeah, so here.
Because she has
Like
seen
the
you
same
scold your
size.
team before, I think. She's like, I cannot deal with that.
I scold her too.
Yeah, of course you
Yeah.
do. It's very hard for a mom not to scold the kid if the mom cares for the kid. You should see the way my mom scolds me. It's a
Oh my
disaster.
God.
Every day.
Did you lose the amount of stuff like Ava?
Oh, of course I did, but my mom knows better than to give me any expensive stuff.
Okay.
Nothing expensive for me.
Okay, it's time for me to give nothing expensive for Ava.
She's like, you are taking this, it's plastic, take it. The pencil, anything that's more than 50 cents, no. But
Yeah.
she knows I'll lose it.
Okay, go for me the live stream. Thank you, ma'am. But
Thanks for your
I did,
contribution.
but I did love you.
You do love her, not did.
I do love you.
Did is last time. Last time love. You see your subconscious coming out. I did love you. Maybe not today, but just a
Yeah.
minute ago.
I have a
She's a people pleaser.
huh?
She's a people pleaser.
Yeah, she all.
What is her symptoms? If you are convenient to share, I'm curious about this mini symptoms. Like how does she display her people pleasing tendencies?
Oh, she come back home and she asked me why her friend don't like her, and how do she make her friend love her? Why
even
they
if it's not her true self.
yeah, why they tell her that she's stupid and not beautiful,
Oh,
and
she's
she
too
cry
loud.
about that. Yeah.
She's too loud.
So
She's
she
too
only can share that with
straightforward.
me, you see,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I think I'm the only person that she can share all this with, right?
Like her
Because-
deepest, darker side.
yeah,
You and Maya. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Maya, she not share.
Ah,
this.
okay.
Only me.
Okay. Because you're the
Because-
mom.
Yeah. So even a mom, I think, because I give her that space.
Mm.
Like before bedtime, we always
Have a
talk.
chat.
Yeah, have a chat in the dark. So she have that routine that she want to ask me stuff about this. I think the nearer time now, she asked me about like, because she hear we talking about EQ a lot, right? And she asked, "Mommy, so what is EQ? You always teach people about EQ." Then I teach her. Then she go next day to school. She come back, she say, "Mommy, I saw people in BJJ got this uncle screaming at his grandson,
Mm-mm.
and then he also screaming at his son, and then the whole mall look at that. Does that mean they are low in EQ?"
Mm.
Which is that's what I'm calling like my child start aware,
Questioning.
like around like you say
Mm.
social smart, like she around herself, she know people emotional,
Mm.
that she can read that okay,
Mm.
this is not something accepted, or
Mm.
so
Mm.
I think I give her that space so she don't have to. I don't think she please me. I don't feel she please me.
No, we never try to please our
Parents, I don't
closest,
think so.
closest people you don't please.
She don't please me. I don't fight, but she please people public more. Like she try to feel
She has a certain image of herself
Yeah.
that she tries to present.
Yeah.
to the
She
public.
not like
Yeah.
me, I did not.
Yeah.
I
And
did
same-
not care
same as
if people look at me like even this what I'm wearing to go out.
Yeah.
I say I'm hot,
You
and
should
I will
see her
wear-
in Vietnam, the looks that she get. Is right? Because I think in Singapore, people just exercise, we are a bit more open, a bit more
yeah,
westernized.
yeah,
When you go to Vietnam, she wears a sports bra and sports shorts.
Yeah.
Not very short, not very short. Maybe midway up the thigh, which
Yeah.
in Singapore is like, oh, you're just going for a jog lah,
Yeah.
or you go gym or something. In Vietnam, you should see everybody look at her like, and she's not small, yeah. So it's like people like, what's this strange woman doing? Then especially when she starts speaking Vietnamese.
yeah,
She's Vietnamese?
Yeah.
Because they will think you are a foreigner.
yeah,
She Vietnamese?
Yeah.
It's even more shocking.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then my skin color some more. All the Vietnamese girl fair.
Fair, yes. Yeah, with all the brown people.
Yeah.
So brown also.
Yeah.
Your whole team is brown also.
Maybe I just need to start English only in Vietnamese, so people just treat me as foreigner.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will treat you like a queen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay, go back to our conversation.
Okay, yeah. So the symptoms, I also have that last time.
Yeah.
I will think about how I can make people.
But
like
you don't
me.
have, so you go home, you don't have people to share, right? So maybe that's the only difference. Or you have people to share
My
what?
sister.
Okay. you have
But
a
my
sister.
younger sister is very popular in school. So she, she's in Gen Z terms and Gen A terms, she's the signal.
Ah,
So she doesn't, and she will not, and she doesn't understand my awkwardness.
mm,
Like I'm awkward around new people. Now, obviously not. I think now if anybody who knew me in primary school or secondary school see me now, they will be shocked because it is 180 degrees different.
I see.
Like now, if you ask me to go out to anybody and say and make a conversation, I can. Any stranger, anybody,
Mm,
I can do that. But last time I tried to make myself invisible,
mm,
like the wall like that. Like don't look at me, I don't know, I do not exist. That's how I used to be. And I even to the point where, like you say, to make my friends like me or to make more friends, I will lie about things.
mm,
And I think that that's why I was a people. I will lie about things to make people like me. And I think time after time, as I grew older, I realized this is not a good method because it's always backfires.
mm,
Yeah, it always backfires, and it become make me look like, in English you call it tattletale.
mm.
Means I say this to this person, say this to that person.
Yeah.
But at that point in time, all I wanted to do was to get approval.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now,
But also hard for you because nobody got you that, right? It's not like
yeah.
somebody would teach us about emotional intelligence when we kid.
Yeah.
Not like that one. That one is different life right now. But when I was kid, who teach me all this
Also,
to
in
make
our
friends?
generation, we don't really have so much YouTube or online resources, right?
Yeah.
Everything we learn is from what our eyes can see,
Yeah.
our parents, our friends. I have no friends, so nobody learn from.
Yeah.
My parents. That's it. So I have no internet. I don't have a Google. I don't have ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I can't ask ChatGPT what is this EQ,
Yeah.
how to become
My
better.
daughter can use ChatGPT better than me now. So
Yeah.
she can even use ChatGPT to be her tuition.
Yeah, ChatGPT can be everything.
Yeah.
Last time we don't have any other resources, so
Yeah.
it's just people around us. Yeah, I guess this is it. This is my life as an ex people pleaser and the mother of a current.
Yeah. But I'm very relaxed to deal with that because
No, I think she will not have a big
because you
much
always
as-
tell me that it's her process, right? She had to go through it herself. So she want to cry, I just let her cry. That's it. And for me,
But we do have a deep need. We are very social creatures, as in me and her.
yeah.
We
But
have a deep need to be accepted.
But I think the one thing that I have to, I don't know if that's a good thing yet. Maybe one day when she grow up, she watch this, comment if you watch this video. I think one thing I
Drop your
did
comments below.
good so far is I let her to go out herself and deal with people herself, right?
Like
So
different types of people.
yeah, and I believe in karma. When you do good things, your family will reserve it back. So I give you an example story, which is funny. So the other day, can I share the bubble tea story, Eva? Can I share your bubble tea story? Yeah, yeah,
Wait.
She must censor. She must come here as a censor. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Secret. Yeah.
So she will take my so she have to go and buy her own bubble tea.
Yeah.
Okay, and I always ask her to go market myself and all this, right? Cut with a cut, and
The mom's cut.
this time the machine have a problem. It declined.
They decline the card.
Oh no.
And how do you deal with that? Can you share with people? So I want to show you. This is called you train your kid well emotionally. They talent. They can solve problem on their own without the mother. Remember, she don't have phone at this moment. you call
Stressful
me.
situations on
Yeah,
her
I
own.
didn't bring my phone.
Was there like a long queue of people behind
It
you?
is, it
Oh
is.
my
Yeah,
god,
I was like-
stressful.
And then how do you deal with that?
So basically, I tried it over and over and over and over again. And then okay, I'm done doing that. I'm going home. And
She
and
said
then,
she go home to ask me to
yeah, I
to get the
wanted
cut.
to.
Yeah, and
And
then
then after that, a delivery guy, he just came and paid for my food.
yeah.
What did you buy? Was it very expensive?
No, it's just a
only
bubble tea.
Ah, okay,
$5.
okay, okay.
Yeah. But what did mommy teach you next time? What you should do?
Bring your phone and call you in my need
And if you
and
forget to
if
bring the phone,
if I don't bring my phone, I ask that I give that person your number so you can pay now that person back then.
yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Eva. Yeah.
New way of solving problem.
So I'm just sharing with you that to say that we have to allow kids to deal stressful situations because it builds their social skill.
Even
right?
though you feel like saving them.
Yeah, so I have, and this is not the first time I ever deal with this, right? Sometimes she deal with other situation like her bag, her school bag, her water, her rain.
Her
So
lunchbox.
like how do she ask a stranger to help her and all this? So I know it sounds scary for you because you let your kid to ask stranger for help. But you see that story now, she can remember until like that to tell you, right? So and I believe this is like a muscle.
Yes.
Right, every day you deal with one problem without your mom, and then you just remember new thing, and you learn new thing, and you add new thing. So you don't feel please anybody anymore because now you start believing yourself of dealing with
Yes.
problem,
Yes.
right? And I think that's what I'm glad I go proper education not to learn all this to train her on this. And you can see it's funny how she said, right? But But it's true, and this is a nearer story. That's why I say, can I share your funny story?
Like the recent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I say that's what. Okay, just say she lucky that person help her. But I also believe in karma because if you really do good for the world, your children will taking care
Yep.
back by a
Society,
higher power. That's what I believe. So it's the process. My kid only 9. I still have a long way to go. I don't know, but no matter what she turned to be, I will still support her choice. It's important that awareness of herself, I think. And also because I do this work so much, she in the classroom with me now. She listen in the Zoom when I talk to people.
It's all going to her subconscious.
Yeah.
All the noise.
I know. Every day we talk like this. It's already inside her brain.
Inside her subconscious, whether she actually listening or not. It's like a podcast that you just
Correct.
play 24/7.
And every day she in my Zoom meeting, she hear I talk to client, she hear I talk to business partner, she hear I do podcast with Denise, she go out with my team. It's very hard for her to think as a normal kid.
That one I agree. Which is a good thing, to be frank. But of course, that will come with its own challenges. Every single character trait has its own challenges.
She already have it. She knows she different with the rest of her friends. She just don't understand why, right? So this is the next stuff.
And she don't understand how.
She don't feel she belong to her friend.
Yep.
Because her mother thinks so different.
Yep.
Make her become think so different. Correct, right?
So nice.
I say that you feel you're different with your friend because I think different, make you think different.
If you think different, that makes me think different.
Obviously.
If I think different, that means
different
then you don't think different.
That means different.
But do you feel like you and your friend think the same?
50-50.
No, it's okay. Your friends are not going to watch this. They only watch when they grow up.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, so when they grow up, it's different. They will understand. Now they may not.
They will not care.
Now they not care. Maybe grow up they will care.
Yeah.
I used to be different from my friends.
Yeah, I know.
Sucks, man.
How about you? Do you think you're different from your friend? A lot.
Off the camera,
No.
maybe she will say yes.
Yeah.
She's aware of she's aware there's an audience there. So she's like, let's do like a 50-50. Let's do like a 50-50.
Next question.
Okay, thanks Eva for your contribution
Next
again.
Well, you
Okay,
have
guys,
contributed 3
don't
times
forget to
today.
like, share, and subscribe. Well, my
Yes.
daughter gone now, so yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Even if it's not for us, please do it for Ava. Please say like, share, and subscribe.
No. Okay.
Hey, help us.
Okay. Thank you.
Subscribe. Okay, alright, remember
that again.
Yes. Okay, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, this is
I am Amanda's one.
and I'm Denise the Nice. See you guys in the next episode. Bye.